as a high kick is given away against Hutchins. The ball moves forward now for OHA with a kick from Langford in front of his teammate down there, and we will see a ball in. That was Ian Callanan. Martin Duffy, who's joining me here on the commentary. Duff, one of your favourite players to play against.
Great to see the wing nut out there. Haven't filmed the old champion in many, many years since his Devils days. And of course, it was great to see him playing in the AFL, back with Clarence, and now in the old Scholars in the twilight of his career, Tubes.
Oh, I think he could go on a few more years yet, Duff. He's the superstar and a jet of the competition here in OHA colours. Scrappy stuff on that far half forward line for Hutchins. For OHA. And a free kick's been pulled out here. Maybe, no, it'll be a ball up. Dudgeon just throws the ball back. Ruck contest, one down. That was Johnson in the ruck that won the contest up against Garvey. Little push and shove here, so the free kick going against Noy. It'll go to Langford. Langford has Hall in the pocket, decides against that and goes inboard. Big punch from no one in particular.
Oh, footsteps there, Tubes.
Yeah, massive footsteps.
25, who was that, Tubes?
Just trying to get locked on the numbers as they've all changed from the program, Duff, as it comes over the back. And Callanan will register his first for the game.
Who are they matching up on the wing today? Free kick.
Free kick against.
Cheapers.
Yeah, not sure what that is. So Howard to bring the ball in for Hutchins. Moves the ball quickly. Downfield free kick is a big fly.
What's the wingnut's lost the plot there by the looks of it? He's giving him one, is he? Or?
What's going on, but he's not happy about it. Little push and shove by Lister down there as well.
I thought that free kick was a little bit soft, but maybe it was there, Tubes. You had a better angle of it. What'd you make of that one?
Nothing in it, Duff. As Owen moves the ball out now to Noy. Noy sends it a worm burner down. Big fist from behind by, I think that was Cody Baker. Moving the ball forward here at centre wing. Garvey just stands and delivers. Quick one came out from Baker. Elusive stuff from the Ships. That's a good kick into the middle of the ground and finds Bradford. Bradford sends it forward again. Long now with a mark. A string of handballs missed the mark there. Unfortunately, it is Allenby who kicks it inside 450. Here's a chance now for Wingnut going around the corner. Callanan, he's done this so many times, but it rolls through for a behind. And the Ships are on the board. Lister to bring it in for the Lions.
Playing for a bit of pride now, the Lions. Their season's obviously as good as over.
Well, as Sayers said before, they've got a few injuries to some key personnel. As the ball comes out, nice mark taken by Owen. Handball's off now to our Corso. Quickly moving the ball up, finds Franks. Franks off to our Corso. The Simbler got tackled hard. That was great stuff by Dudgeon. And we will see a free kick to Claude for some reason. Out now to Noy. Noy uses his run and sends the ball forward. This is the first time it's gone inside forward 50 for Hutchins. Desperate stuff down there. Williamson just tackled but left it behind. And the Ships will clear wide. Out now to Baker. Scrappy early, Duff.
Oh, you're a little bit wet out there. Bit of rain around during the week. Tell you what, you want to avoid the cricket pitch.
Yeah,
check it out here, Tubes.
It's horrible.
What do you make of that?
Isn't it? Yeah, it's rubbish. I thought they put the drainage through here a few years ago.
Oh, they have, but I can never understand why footy clubs or the council can't get the covers out there when it's predicted to be rain.
Yep.
Tubes.
Yep.
Get the covers out there, put them on, and then come Saturday you've got a sunny day and there's a good chance there won't be any mud. What do you think about that theory?
I don't know. Leave the covers off. Let the boys play. Oh, anyway, okay. Centre wing in front of the...
just trying to raise something that I thought was quite sensible.
That's a good falcon there from Garvey. We got no replay facility, otherwise I'd replay that one in slow motion, Duff.
Well, it's a big target. He's got a,
He's a fair-sized melon.
Yep.
So, free kick's been pulled out, going away Hutchins. It'll be a free kick to big Henry Johnson.
What do you make of the Ships? What do you make of the Ships, Tubes?
I think, in all honesty, I think they will be, if they're not already, they would be the preference side to win the premiership this year, Duff.
I think there's only one team that can win it.
Who's that?
Starts with R, mate.
Richmond. Ah, dear. Well, I think Richmond have been they're a powerful side, and no doubt.
I always like to pick a side when you see them at their best, and the teams that I've seen this year, when they're at their best, I think they're formidable.
That's a push in the back, and the free kick will go to Hutchins.
I've watched a bit of footy, Tubes.
Yeah, I know you have. I know, Duff.
I'm not an expert, but I've watched a bit of footy. I go with gut feel sometimes.
I think that's big Larry Owen. I'm still working on my numbers here, folks. They've been sent to me by the peanut that is Dougie rostered up. And it is Larry Owen. The kick was untoward as the free kick goes out of bounds on the full.
Play on.
Play on was the call. Gee, the umpire signalled out on the full. Bouncing ball. Now the Ships through the middle of the ground. Out towards Heavey, who's a jet. Sends it now to Allenby. Had a bit of it early, Allenby. Inside forward 50 in the Hall direction. Nice little mark taken out there by the Ships in big Mickey Thompson. Thompson sends it into the middle. Langford's there. Flew high. That was great contest there by Hutchins. It was Noy out to Al Corso. Actually, it's...
yeah, that was clever.
Yeah,
that was
clever.
Al Corso, Tubes.
Yep. So...
Tight scrap early.
It is, yeah. It's a great contest actually, Duff. I actually thought that Hutchins were going to perhaps get their backsides handed them today. Anyway, here's a chance now. Callanan with that step spins around the trouble, and Lister on the last line of defence pushes it through from behind. Callanan looks dangerous today, Duff. He looks on.
Yeah, you wouldn't get much sleep the night before. On the Thursday night, the coach said, "You're going with Ian Callanan on Saturday, mate."
Yeah, that's my worst nightmare as a big man.
Did that happen in your football career, Chimps?
Never on Callanan, that's for sure. As the kick came in forward by Langford, but it finds Lister. Al Corso got in the way. Sorry, Duff.
In your 61 games of football with the University Reserves?
Yeah, played a few games in the twos there at uni. I don't know whether your numbers are correct on that one, Duff, but we'll run with it. Now the ball moves inside and finds Allenby. Too much room there for Allenby, Duff. You can't leave him by himself. So Allenby to have a shot. He'll kick from about 45. Pretty tough kick. The ball will be heavy, no doubt. It's not bad off the boot. Journey is not a problem. Accuracy, however. And another point. So it is the Ships 3 points straight. Hutchins yet to score. Lister goes straight down the line, finds Al Corso. Al Corso plays on quickly, has Callanan hot on his hammer.
The delivery.
That's a great mark.
It's a good fair play, Al Corso.
Yeah, he certainly is. So this is Murphy Cohen, who has it smothered off the boot. So work okay. Handballing over the top there, that was Owen. Al Corso has it again, sends it into the pocket in the Williamson direction, and that's a great grab. Must kick here for Williamson. Tough angle, Duff.
And I'm not just saying that because he's the coach of my young fella down here at Sandy Bay. No, he goes well, hard at it.
Yeah, hands like cymbals there, called Al Corso, but he seems to find the ball enough to not even worry about it. So Williamson now. Sending the ball inside, forward 52. That's a beautiful kick, and he's fired up too, isn't he, the coach? He knows what this win will do for the Hutchins Lions, and he registers his first. It is Hutchins 1-6 to OHA none 2-2. So it must be just the 2 points. One of those. Oh, there's a free kick, wasn't there, Duff? So
yeah.
So 2 points.
Also a hard matchup for anybody playing against Big Mitch. We know that once he's on,
he's a huge unit.
He's a big unit and a deadly kick.
And he clunks them too. When like you said before we got here, he said if Mitch Williamson is clunking the grabs, try and stop him. Back in the middle.
He'd be licking his lips, of course, with the rule changes coming in, Tubes. I know you don't like me talking about it, but it's going to happen next year, and you'll find that Big Mitch, especially in the twilight of his career.
Gee, that's a good grab to Murphy Cohen.
He'll be able to just plonk himself down there in the forward 50.
Won't he?
And it'll be really suiting his style of play. And Good to see young Murphy Cohen back out on the track.
Yeah, well, he's been injured the last few weeks, and they were stoked to have him back, the Hutchins boys, that's for sure. It was good work through the middle from Tommy Triffett, just to move the ball quickly. So here we go. To get 2 on the board, Murphy Cohen sends it long. Accuracy is the issue, and he sent it down to Lower Queenborough. Go and get that one from the Casinos. Here they go, moving the ball out wide. Crew. Longer still. Finds Skeggs over the top. That's a quick handball. The Ships move the ball forward. Nothing to kick to though. A little bit too far. Bouncing ball. Happy to see it out. And the umpire says no free kick. We'll just throw that in. I think that was Will Burberry. Again, I'll have to check my numbers here, Duff. Dougie Rossiter's let me down. Anyway. Owen in the ruck. Free kick going the way. This is Jock Dennehy. Kick over the top. Quick kick forward again by the lines, but Garvey's standing in the way. He's such a big unit. The Viking gets it forward. I think that's Smith down on hands and knees. It was Garvey now. Fishes it out. That was clever. Out to Moresby. Moresby kicks it inboard, and unfortunately it's cut off there by Hutchins and driven forward again. Murphy Cohen got dealt with. And Hutchins will be happy with that, I think, Duff. And there will be a ball up on half forward. Owen's holding his own up against Garvey. Quick kick off the ground. Now it's a foot race. Clever. Just went the... no advantage there, that's clever. So, free kick against Langford. Clever kick inboard, that'll work okay. Cross the ground, clever. Hutchins moving the ball nicely. Oh, ran into trouble there, then just scooped it back. Oh dear. Got it away nicely. And they look good as they run the ball forward. Here's a chance now for Murphy Cohen. Protected the drop zone beautifully. Then kept his feet. Scrappy stuff here. Garvey went through and then left it there for Cook. And the Ships move it, but it's out of bounds on the full.
Yeah.
And we will see a free kick going to Hutchins.
Well, they look up and about, Hutchins, in the first quarter.
I actually do not even have a number 18 on the list here, Doug Rossiter, so if you're out there, mate, you've really let me down. I'm going to go with Will Burberry. That was clever. Quick kick forward by Smith. Getting hands in the way there. Langford got a quick little handball out. Dennehy caught one high. And a free kick called and advantage taken. Oh, this kick was horrible. Noy. Franks is there too. And the umpire says, no, give it to me, boys. I'll ball it up, thanks. Noy looks a little worse for wear. He's up and about though. Garvey wins it down. It's been a good battle in the ruck so far between Owen and Garvey. Garvey handballs over the top. Heavey got his kick forward. Goes out of bounds on the full though, and the free kick will be taken by Howard. Moves it long. Finds Berry. Sends it up the wing. Big fly over the back, trying hard with Larry Owen. And it goes out of bounds again for another boundary throw-in. A little way into the first quarter. Garvey finds a target, nicely down to Allenby. Quick kick forward by the Ships. They will fly, big fly by the Hutchins players, took out each other. Dove on it and dragged it in. Umpire's going to ping him here, and he does. So it'll be against Jock Dennehy. Hall leads hard and a strong grab with the 1-2. Too far behind was James McMahon. And Hall will have a kick.
Pretty deep pocket this one,
yeah.
Tubes.
I'd like to move it in here if I were him, but not sure he's got a lot of targets here. Hutchins have manned up pretty well behind the ball. So Hall from a tough pocket. Nice kick to the top of the square. Hutchins have the numbers. Larry Owen tried. Rough stuff here. Howard's at the bottom of the pack. He'd be happy to see a ball up, and the umpire says, yes, it'll be on. Thank you. Give it to me. Comes out to Dudgeon. Here goes old Symbols, and he bursts through the pack there, Corso. That was good. Murphy Cohen found the front. That's a good effort. Now just needs to go long to Williamson. Williamson just gets caught a little behind. The kick's not going to make the journey. That's a good fist there by, I think that's Dom Rawlings. Yep. So we'll see a boundary throw-in on half forward for Hutchins. Garvey just takes it out of the ruck. Quick kick forward there by the Ships. It's going to work okay for Mills. Mills just got tackled as soon as he picked it up though. Callanan's there, quickly kicked it off the ground. That's clever. Now a chance for the Ships moving forward. Knew he had numbers running boundary side. This is a real effort from the Ships as Morrisby goes inside forward 50 again, but the kick is to no one in particular, and Dennehy will move the ball out to Howard.
That was a poor kick on goal, Tubes. You need to know your ability. If you can't get the distance, just hold it up.
That's right.
Kick straight to the opposition.
Lister in the opposing pocket. And a kick downfield. Frank's marked it anyway. They're calling for 50 here. Lister was hit after the play. Oh, that kick from Frank's was horrible. The man running off the boundary just picked it up. Now handball's off to Garvey. Garvey goes down towards Allenby, but chopping it off nicely there was Noy. And we'll see a boundary throw in. Can't be long to go in this quarter, Duff.
About 3 or 4 minutes, Tubes.
Yeah. Langford tried to kick off the ground. Hutchins have the numbers here. I'll move it forward again. Here's a chance now for Murphy Cohen. They're set up well in front of the ball, Duff, aren't they? Murphy Cohen does really well just to keep it in front. Happy to see it across the line as Jubb arrives late. And great defensive work down there from Jamie Ford.
Yeah, they're a pretty potent forward line. The Hutchins combination of Williamson and Murphy Cohen, Tubes.
Certainly is. Garvey wins it again. Dudgeon just throws it on the boot. And it's screw up over the ball, boundary side again for another boundary throw-in. Been impressed with Simon Dudgeon the last few weeks that he's played, Duff.
Yeah, he's
as
a real
he comes into screen there on cue.
Real goer. Having a good season, Tubes.
Certainly is. Garvey with a double fist, punches it the boundary way. Now Corso tackled hard and straight into the fence. Good effort by big David Morrisby.
It's one player you always get 100% effort from, and that's our Corso. It's the sort of player you want to play with, Tubes, don't you think?
Yeah, he certainly is. Garvey again down to Dudgeon. Hutchins here with the fall of the footy. Jubb got tackled hard. And now they're away. Skeggs sends it inside forward 50. Mills just over his head. Chance to get it away. Lister's got it now. Goes through traffic. And then sends it out wide. That was great from Lister. He's always got time. Bryant runs around one. No one really to kick to, so Jubb's going to have to fly. Chance over the back here. Good shepherd by Jubb. Now into the middle. Here's a chance for Hutchins. There's a little bit of candy sold down there from Tommy. All right, Declan McShane, is it? And he's caught holding the footy. It'll be a free kick into the Chips.
I think he did the right thing there, trying to, switch around and just ran out of ideas, though, Tubes.
Yeah.
But they've had some promising moves forward. Hutchins looking quite dangerous.
Yeah, they really have. They've looked really good, but they just haven't been able to capitalise when they've had that opportunity yet, Duff. Anyway, boundary throw in here. Garvey wins it again. Gee, he's been huge in the ruck. Dudgeon drives it forward. Good defensive work there by the Hutchins players. Scoops it out wide. Now a chance here for Borisby as he sends it long. Hall came late, but Owen happy to see it across the line for another boundary throw in. So Huey Johnson in the ruck against the bigger man in Seth Hunter. Needs to stay off him here. No body. Decides against it. Of course, they left him behind. Howard there just gets ragged on a little bit too high there from Callanan. And he handballs off as a 50. A little too high and then mouthing. So 50-metre penalty against Callanan. He's looked dangerous though, Duff. He always does, doesn't he? He's just so quick. Has that really quick turn. So Howard sends it inside forward 50. Garvey's going to fill a hole here. Effort from Murphy Cullen was great to spoil. Maybe was infringed against there. The big fella in Garvey. Dudgeon gets it off. They work it back nicely. Handballed quickly now. Baker sends it long. And Mills takes the mark. It's a good kick. Little push in the back there. And Larry Owen will take the kick. Sends it into the middle. Finds Howard. Is that a professional free kick there, do you reckon, Duff? Just to hold it up a little bit. There's not a lot of movement down forward. Garvey's in the hole, so he decides to go into the middle. Finds big Henry Johnson. He sends it long. Murphy Cohen will need to fly. Randomly hands over the back. Williamson gets wrapped up in a tackle straight away. Got his handball away though. Nothing doing. So it'll be a ball up in the forward pocket for Hutchins. Garvey again just so strong. Dudgeon throws it on the boot. Bouncing ball in front of Allenby. Picks it up quickly. Then sells a bit of candy. That was great effort. Kick scrubbed, but that's okay. Callanan has it. Sends it forward towards Mills. Mills quickly, but there goes the siren. So a scrappy start to this game here at Coimbra Oval. It's Hutchins by 5 points, 1-1-7. Lead the Ships, zip 2-2. 5 points the difference here, and I tell you, Duff, Hutchins have looked good.
Back here in the early stages of the second quarter, Tubes.
Certainly, and OHA have kicked a goal, and another point to go in front by a point. Mark taken here by the Ships in Cody Baker. He goes out wider still, finding Martonovic into the centre of the ground. Hall with a great tackle, and it was a magnificent tackle. Will we see that in the replay, Duff?
I don't think so, not today, mate.
Because we don't have the gear, we don't have Jerry.
No.
But it was a great tackle there by Hall. One of my favourite players from the Ships, big Joshy Hall. Goes back and he drills a point. He was happy with it off the boot. So it'll be Lister to bring it out for Hutchins. Kicks it to himself just to get a few Dream Team points. Goes out wider still, and it goes out on the full. So unlike Lister there. Ball comes in again. Picked up by Hutchins and driven high and long, and Langford will take the free kick for another round on the full.
No sets, no feeling.
Kick inside. A free kick's been pulled out here. It'll go to our Corso. No, it won't. Mark, take it. We've got a number on him, Duff. Just see who that is. Smith puts his hands up and says, just put the goal down to me, thanks, Tubes. I think it's Allenby. Kicking long, flying high over the top, big spin out of trouble there from Martinovic, but no free kick given. Ball up right inside the forward square. Hall does the ruck work. They're happy to see it across the Hutchins boys, and they push another behind. So now 3 points the margin. 1-2-8. Trail OHA 12.
Oh yeah,
Big tackle.
Great tackle.
Yeah, it was a great tackle, sir. Martinovic just can't let go of it. He's put him in the little Boston crab down there, Lister.
Could have got 50 there. That was just ridiculous by Lister.
Yeah.
Massive tackle, Tubes.
It was. Jacob Martinovic with a beautiful tackle. Lister got caught with a footy. And he will go back. Kick from about 30 metres out. Just a slight angle. This is a gimme. And he sends it home. And the Ships extend their margin now. 2-5-17. Hutchins 1-2-8. Yeah, Aaron's working on Rosehaven.
We're live here, Tubes.
Yeah, back in the middle. Garvey with a clever tap. Noy just sits on the footy. Haven't been calling Franks' name too much. I'd like to see him moved into the middle, Duff. He is moving up the half-forward line.
I just don't understand in footy, Tubes, when you've got a pitch that's so muddy. You just bring it out of the wing here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pointless. Look at this.
Jeez.
It's like going to the tip, just saying, oh yeah, we're going to play here for today. No disrespect to Coimbra, it's in beautiful condition, except for just this part of the oval, Tubes.
It's horrible.
It's outrageous.
Garvey
Oh, well,
again. He's been doing that all day.
When you're an alderman at the council, Tubes, you can push for change.
Push for change, all right. Quick kick out wide by Noy. Scrappy stuff on the wing. Just dropped it. And the free kick will go to Denny. Excuse me. Kick up the wing. Only as far as that man Cook. He sends it long in the Thompson direction. Lister over the back. Quick handball up. Finds Howard. Howard got bullocked off the ball. Now Hall. Clever. But they're behind.
A few dangerous signs here, I think.
Yeah, well, they're peppering, aren't they, Duff?
3 scoring shots to 8.
Lister to bring it in again. The Galahs come over the top of the commentary position. Now he got infringed upon, I thought. Just scooped it out there, the big ruckman. Now a chance here for Franks. Franks can't get a hold of it. Now a chance down there for McShane. Handball back. Just scooped it up. Out of trouble, Berry just. Owen tried hard, but running through beautifully is Allenby. Quick kick inside 450. It's touched off the boot. There's Callanan, and it goes through from behind. So he's kicked, I think, 3.
Yeah, they've all been fairly difficult.
Well, no doubt Hutchins have put a lot of work into him, haven't they, Duff?
A younger Ian Callanan, though. Do we start saying that about the champ? No, we can't go there, can we?
To that wide.
Still seems to be moving really well, the
It
winger.
certainly does. And there he is again. Big haul. Coming out to meet the footy. Look at the haircut on him, Duff. Isn't it magnificent?
What do you call that? What's he say when he goes to the hairdresser?
Just take the sides off, thanks. That's it. Let it go.
Or does he do it himself, Tubes?
I don't know. Hall comes in. His kicking boots have not been on the last few weeks. I talked to him about that in the rooms earlier before the game, Big Josh. And this is better. I like to see Franks on the ball. So obviously Williamson's made the call. Sends it long. It's all OHA out here though. Somehow it comes out. And the ball rolls out of bounds. And we'll see another boundary throw-in. Are we setting the record for boundary throw-ins?
Yeah, it's been a pretty congested game, hasn't it? Fortunately, the ugliness of the big game on the Big Isle was coming to local footy. Tubes, it's very congested here. Looking forward to those rule changes next year. Just open the footy up a bit.
Quick kick off the ground by Hutchins. Here's a chance now for Murphy Cohen. Pushing the back, no. Umpire says no, I'll ball it up, thank you. A good tackle laid down there by Ford. Triffitt's in there. Punch forward again. Franks just gets it forward. This is good. Murphy Cohen, clever little touch. Rolling over the back. Pushed away there by McShane. Now Williamson gets his handball away just. Now it comes out for Franks. Off to Noy. Noy going back. Oh, they've called a throw. Franks won't like that. Hates free kicks. So the free kick will go to Crew. Crew looking out wide, has Dudgeon running back with a flight, decides against that. Martonovich takes it in the middle, and towards Langford. Langford just overtook the kick there, Martonovich. That was great attack on the footy down there by Ford. And the umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. So you're saying, Duff, you'd like to see ball ups about this area? A bit more central.
Oh, just when they do the, after a goal at the start of the quarter, yeah, just out in the wing here. It's just, I think it's a sensible call.
Franks sending a high up and under. Murphy Cohen did really well. Now a chance for Triffitt over the back. Spins around, but untoward kick. And that's been the story of the day for both sides, Duff. Not able to capitalise when they have opportunities. Kick out wide. Out of bounds on the full here. And Jubb should take the kick. No, he's going to leave it for Noy. One of the better users from Hutchins. Noy just send it, worm burner down. Picked up by Hunter. Driving the ball forward. Mark taken now by Johnson. Johnson moves the ball in towards Berry, who slipped on that pitch. Little push in the back. And a free kick will go the way of Bryant. Sends it in the Williamson direction. No free kick given. Triffitt's there. Spins into trouble and it goes out of bounds again. So another boundary throw-in. Going back with the fight, taking the mark is Skeggs. Handball's off to Langford, who ran a country mile, then kicked out wide. Now a chance for Bradford. Bradford Has two blokes on his heels. Decides to go long for a goal, and that's a ripper from coast to coast for the Ships. And that's how they do it. It was great run provided by Langford in the half-back line. And a beautiful goal from Shane Bradford, who just showed a turn of heel and kicked a magnificent goal. And it puts them up now by 21 points here at Queenborough Oval.